And so everybody's been obsessing over AI. And that makes a lot of sense. What I wanted to talk about in this episode is not how these are two disparate technologies. A lot of businesses and CEOs that I'm talking to are like, oh yeah, Web3 died in 2022. We're all about AI now. What? Okay, these are not mutually exclusive spaces. And in fact, using them together will 10x your success. So if you're worried about speed, if you're worried about keeping up with the Joneses, I totally get it. The FOMO is real. Check out how AI and Web3 can not only work synergistically in the sense that you can use AI to build on Web3. You can use the values and the tenets of Web3 to help you understand which AI technologies are going to be best for me. So that's what we're going to get into today. You know, the thing I remind everybody when they tell me that Web3 was so 2022 is that that's what a lot of people were saying in 2005 about the internet. That web pages and websites were for tech companies. You know, your local mom and pop business didn't need all of the fancy bells and whistles. Same thing happened with social media. This is for college kids and people looking for love. This technology is here to stay. And don't forget, Web3 has been around since 2014. We've been building on this concept because Web 2 is predatory. Web 2 has very significant issues. And just today, Facebook and Google were held liable for news that was getting shared on social media platforms. News cannot be shared on those platforms or from Google as an example, because the various governments in those countries are saying that the platforms, Google and Facebook, should be paying for every news article that's being shared because they're reproducing somebody else's content and ideas. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say we're going back to these old archaic ways of trying to exchange and then monetize with each other. And they don't work in the 21st century. So what we can do together is figure that out. That's exactly what City Roots DAO is about. That's exactly what Web3 is about, because it's by the people, for the people. Web3 is attempting to solve the centralization, the ownership, the gatekeeping, and essentially the censorship that's happening on Web 2. AI can assist with that, and beautifully. So if you believe in transparency, building in public, doing things in a manner that involves your community, your customers, clients, buyers, your people, and you do that by value alignment, you find people that also believe business and exchange and creativity should be transparent, that we should be able to trust the platforms and the creators and the businesses that we're exchanging with or just simply participating in, right? Web 2 stalks you. And sure, that adds a level of convenience and the ability to customize the information that you're seeing. That's a euphemism for saying information is being censored so that you get what you want, theoretically, but it's based on your buying habits. Now, this is what's really interesting. AI can actually supplement that need for customization and individualized experiences on Web3. So AI is not only solving the problems that Web3 has been difficult to engage with. The user interfaces still have a lot of work. It's not for everybody yet. AI is helping with that. We're using AI in our DAO to build out smart contracts, to build out these executable, automated exchanges between users, businesses, concepts, monetization. So with Web3 and AI, there are a handful of ways they intersect, and the combination of these technologies is going to bring about significant changes in the digital landscape. So again, if decentralization, the idea that there are multiple owners, there's no one gatekeeper, no one proprietor of information that tells you what to think or how to think it. That's how I experience decentralization, and it's really important to me. That's why this is such a fantastic platform, is because you can expose yourself to a million different ideas, a million different of service providers and knowledge economists and experts and complete wackadoodles, don't get me wrong. The point being, decentralization, I believe, is paramount to the future development, not just of our businesses or our livelihoods, but of our communities, our nation states, our cultures, and our economies.